Good evening, guys. Welcome back to yet another market learning video. This one's gonna be interesting. So let's dive into the charts. We'll be watching Nifty first. So this is the daily time frame of Nifty, and we can clearly see a doji candle being formed today. So nothing much in Nifty today, honestly. If I go on a 15-minute time frame, we can see this upward trend line forming. I bought a call somewhere around here when I saw closing above this candle's high. I bought a call somewhere around here, but I got trapped later in the sideways market, so I had to exit. The people were anticipating to see a 26,000 round level in Nifty, but clearly Nifty had another plans. So I think in the coming few days it's gonna be consolidating a bit. It's already near this 50% zone. If I decipher this whole momentum, Nifty is trading somewhere around of the 50% zone of this move. So until we see a clear break of structure above 26,000, I don't think it's wise to buy. Though this was my risk to reward ratio, that's where I was going to be trading. I clearly bought it somewhere around here, but I had to exit due to the volatility. So yeah, that's that. And let's see where market opens today. Hopefully market, if it opens on the lower side, maybe somewhere around here, it could consolidate somewhere around 26,000 and 25,850, a 150 point range. Let me mark it. So somewhere around this could be the range for Nifty for tomorrow. So we'll see how it reacts. If market opens somewhere around here tomorrow and consolidates for around half an hour or 45 minutes in this zone, then gives a breakout, I'm interested in buying, because it has liquidated all the positions, all the put buyers who were waiting to sell Nifty below this line. It could also give a fake out, then go up. So yeah, and if it opens gap up, there is potentially higher chances of Nifty breaching 26,100 or maybe 26,150 tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see how the market reacts tomorrow, because it looks kind of choppy right now. The momentum is clearly bullish if I look on a larger time frame. But if you are planning to trade intraday, I would say wait for a couple of days. Let the volatility settle down a bit, then see what happens. Okay, so let's go to the Bank Nifty now. Bank Nifty is portraying somewhat similar picture as we saw in Nifty. As you guys can clearly see, the high of this candle, I'm just gonna mark it here, and the low of this candle. Wait. Yep. Okay, so the high and the low of this red Marubozu candle have not been breached yet. Market is trading between these two levels only. So until we get a break on either side, a solid 1 hour closing, we're not gonna be doing anything. If I was to trade in Bank Nifty, my ideal setup would be that Bank Nifty gives a fake out below 60,500, somewhere around here. We see a V-shaped recovery or a W pattern, then Bank Nifty entering this region, and I'm gonna be taking a TP of around 6,800, or potentially just gonna be trailing my stop loss. So I'm gonna be making my buy position somewhere around here. My SL would be below the low. So yeah, we'll see where the low forms tomorrow, but this would be a good point to buy Nifty around 60,500. So yeah, we'll see how the market reacts tomorrow. But as of now, in a smaller time frame, in a 15-hour or 15-minute or 1 hour time frame, it looks sideways, completely sideways, nothing to do. So yeah, I think we should wait for a bit, wait for a few days and see where Bank Nifty is headed. Potentially in the upward direction only, but we need to get a clear entry so that we can build our position. Okay, so apart from Nifty and Bank Nifty, as you guys know, I have been taking certain swing trades. I have been building position in some stocks which have been actively posting about, actively acknowledging about in the past videos of mine. And one of such stocks is BSC. As you guys clearly know, I have mentioned this stock a lot of times. So let's try to see what happened in BSE today. As you guys can see, it moved up by around 6.3%. That was our buying area, 2875. I've been mentioning BSE in a couple of my videos now, in almost every video in the past week or so. So yeah, we've been building our positions around 2900, 2850, something like that. But yeah, so it's doing pretty well. If we look at on a weekly time frame, BSC is at an all-time high of 3100. And talking about TP, I'm gonna be taking a TP somewhere around 3400 or 3400, 3500 levels. I'm not actually gonna be booking my TP because the momentum seems very bullish. As you guys can see, it opened gap up today and gave a solid bullish candle. So yeah, I'm not going to be closing it anytime soon. What I'm going to do is trail my SL below the low of this candle now. So around 28.45. So that way my risk is minimized. And yeah, that's all for BSE. I'll be updating on this swing trade in my upcoming videos, and will tell you how I planned, how I managed this position. So yeah. And now let's have a look at ICICI Bank because it looks quite lucrative for a swing trading point of view. I'm just going to be removing all of the drawings so you guys can see the chart clearly. I've been mentioning in my previous videos about ICICI Bank. As you guys can see, it's a clear bullish move, no sign of weakness, and this is on a weekly time frame. And currently it's, so after this move we saw some sort of consolidation around here. We saw a base form around 1340 levels, and I've traded it a couple of times in intraday, but I wanted to hold it for swing actually, but it has been showing signs of volatility around 1400 and 1340 levels, so I decided to opt out. I made quite a bit of money in ICICI, but I feel like it's gonna be breaching its all-time high very soon. If you guys see, it has been consolidating for almost 4-5 days here, and on a 4-hour time frame you guys can see, on a 1-hour time frame, yeah, it's forming like a flag and fold pattern. If you guys can see clearly, that's the flag, that's the pole, and that's the flag. So yeah, keep an eye on ICICI Bank. If it breaches this red line 1410, if it gives a solid close on a 4-hour time frame above 1410, I think it's a pretty solid buy. You guys can go for the immediate target of 1450, which I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be buying calls, naked call, and futures. If it breaches this level tomorrow itself, it's going to be a good trade. So you can add it to your watch list. And also on a larger time frame, on a weekly time frame, we can see ICICI Bank has breached this trend line as well. Wait, let me remove this so you guys can see clearly. Okay, yeah, this trend line, it has formed a base here. So this is like a flag and pole pattern on a weekly time frame. So yeah. And the next one is HDFC AMC is also really good. As you guys can see, it's clearly bullish on a weekly time frame. It gave around a 10% move, then followed by a 3.5% move. So it can go for its all-time high, but I don't think there is a suitable entry for it anymore. A prominent entry would have been somewhere around 2680 levels, but it has already skyrocketed. So, but still, if you guys see, there is some sort of a trend line forming here. If it breaches it, retests it, I'm interested in it. If it moves swiftly, I'm gonna ignore it because the momentum is quite high, and it's already quite bullish, as you guys can see. So yeah, you can keep a watch on this as well. And that's my personal favorite stock, 361. I know it has been consolidating for a while now, but I've invested large chunks of my money. So I bought somewhere around 1165 levels. It has been testing my patience a lot. It has been already 4 or 5 weeks since I'm holding this position, And if I have to pull out the RR ratio, I bought it somewhere around 1165 consolidated, and my TP would be, my first TP would be all time high, and this would be my SL. So it's now, right now it's 1:1 risk reward. I know not that good, but we'll be trailing it as we see the opportunity. So yeah. Alright guys, that'll be all for today. Thank you for watching.